Infinity. Infinity appears everywhere, and yet, do we truly understand what it means? Can the human mind even begin to comprehend something with no limits? Section 1. Defining infinity. Let's start with the basics. Infinity, in its simplest form, represents something that has no end. It's not a number. It's more like an idea, a concept. In mathematics, we use infinity to describe things that go on forever, like the sequence of numbers, 1, 2, 3, and so on. But infinity is more than just numbers. It can describe space, time, and even the size of the universe. However, as soon as we try to grasp infinity, our minds struggle to process it. Why? Because our experiences are finite. We're born, we live, we die, all within a limited time and space. Section 2. Infinity in mathematics. In mathematics, infinity is surprisingly well defined, yet it behaves in ways that seem paradoxical. For instance, think about the sequence of numbers. It never ends. But if we consider all even numbers, 2, 4, 6, and so on, they also go on forever. Here's the paradox. There are infinitely many even numbers, yet they're only half of all the numbers. How can one infinity be smaller than another? This is where things get really weird. Mathematicians like Cantor showed us that there are different sizes of infinity. For example, the infinity of whole numbers is smaller than the infinity of real numbers, like decimals between 0 and 1. It's mind-boggling, isn't it? Even infinity has layers. Section 3. Infinity in space and time. But what does infinity mean for space and time? Is the universe infinite? Current cosmology suggests the universe could be infinite in size, stretching endlessly in all directions. If that's true, it raises profound questions. If the universe is infinite, does that mean there are infinite versions of you existing somewhere out there? And then there's time. If time is infinite, does that mean everything that could happen has already happened or will eventually happen? Is time a loop, repeating infinitely, or does it stretch endlessly in one direction? Section 4. Philosophical implications. Infinity isn't just a scientific or mathematical idea, it's deeply philosophical. Philosophers like Aristotle believed infinity was potential. It only existed as a concept, never fully realized. Modern thinkers, on the other hand, see infinity as central to understanding our existence. Infinity challenges our understanding of reality. How do we live meaningful lives in a world that might be infinite? If there's no ultimate end, does anything we do truly matter, or does infinity itself give life its value? Section 5. Can we truly comprehend it? So can we truly comprehend infinity? The answer might be no. Our brains are wired to deal with the finite, the measurable, and the tangible. Infinity is none of those things. But maybe that's the point. Infinity isn't meant to be understood. It's meant to inspire awe, curiosity, and the drive to explore what lies beyond our limits. Conclusion. Infinity reminds us that some mysteries are too vast for our minds, yet they push us to keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep imagining. Maybe that's the beauty of infinity. It's not something to solve, but something to marvel at. What does infinity mean to you? Let us know in the comments.